Hello, Paul Hamilton here for iPad Monthly. Today we're going to have a look at one of the most, I think, underutilized apps, which is Numbers, which is an alternative to Excel and Google Sheets and so forth. So I remember one of the things that we used to do, and I remember quite vividly that we used to do a lot on probability and maths in upper primary around grade 4, 5, and we did the dice rolling. Let's have a look at that because there's some really, really good little templates in Numbers that we can have a look at. So I'm going to go right down to the bottom templates, and you can see there's one called Probability Lab. Let's take a look at that. And you can see there that it's actually got some pre-constructed text and some spreadsheets and some formulas. If I actually click on one of the cells, you can see there it's got the formula there and so forth, which is pretty cool. But what we can actually do is start putting in some data. Let's say we roll a 2 and a 6 quite often. You can see that that cell automatically goes to the total of 8. We'll do 2, 6 there. That goes to 8. We'll do 2, 6 again, which is obviously highly unlikely. Let's do one more of 2 and 6. And let's have a look at then what's happening with our data. And you can see there that the total or the sum of 8 is actually dominating my little pie graph there. You can see the occurrences on my bar graph is up, and you can see the little tally down the bottom. So what that's doing is the information that we're actually putting into our spreadsheet is actually then adjusting and actually making the graphs themselves, which is pretty cool. We can also start to look at actually what the actual cells and make this a talking point to start to introduce kids to formulas. So if I actually click in a cell there, you can start to see that it's actually adding the columns of B7 and C7 together, and it's actually doing the sum of it and putting them together and so forth. And you can see there some of those is just data, some have actually got presets, and then we can start to actually look at the actual pie graphs as well, and you can start to alter and do some different things there as well. So I just wanted to show you that because there's some really, really terrific templates built into Numbers that can really help introduce databases and spreadsheets and so forth to kids. There's some really nice things there. There's a correlation project there that looks at different height and hand sizes and the correlation between the two, which is fantastic. And you could actually do that with a range of different data. It doesn't just have to be height and hand size. You can actually look at some different things there. There's some really good things there just for teachers as well. If you actually have a look at attendance rolls, looking at budgets and grade books, there's some really nice features there. But I think the probability and the correlation projects are two templates that we could probably use a little bit more in school and education because they really do help kids kind of set out the data and the collection of data and make things a little bit easier that way. Paul Hamilton here for iPad Monthly, signing off.